5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gravy Talk podcast. Happy to have you all with us once more for 3 weeks in a row.
Bro, this is crazy.
Damn.
We haven't done this in 3 years,
I
bro.
know, dude. It's kind of crazy. But as you can tell, we decided we want to change something up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, look around you guys.
Look at the setup now.
We are chilling like a couple of villains, and we just wanted to relax today. Give you a nice,
Dylan, bro.
nice ambiance going here, and,
Be different.
yeah.
We're like Logan Paul, impulsive. Instead, it's Gravy Talk.
We're also like the Joe Rogan podcast instead. It's Gravy Talk.
Yeah, except we don't have like wild coke stories or fucking Joey Diaz telling us how he
No, we don't.
it out some people or whatever. You have Mikey and Luke.
It's kind of crazy. But anyway, so let's see how this goes. I'm going to keep it on the dual camera just so I'm not worried about it. And just, to give you a more focused podcast. So Luke, been a week. How we doing?
I've been doing good. I got a new story actually. This is it comes from
already a week.
Yeah,
We got a new
already, bro.
story.
Shit is crazy out where I live, bro. Where we live.
Yes.
We live in the same town.
Very true.
But whatchamacallit? So it's Spirit Week in my school this week. It's over now.
Yeah.
Seniors won. They always do, even though fucking sophomores popped off. I'm a sophomore. Surf's up sophomore.
I was just about to ask what was your thing?
We were Surf's up sophomore. Then it was Southwestern seniors, Jumanji juniors, which had the best hall because they actually had like leaves and shit all set up.
I feel like they
And,
could have just been Jungle Juniors.
Yeah, I don't know why. They just did Jumanji. And I told my friend who's part of the student council, do SpongeBob sophomores because that's
That
sick.
would have been cool.
Because if they do Jumanji, that's copyright. And he was like, we can't do it because it's copyright. Like,
that's
is
not
Nickelodeon going to get on our ass?
My senior year, we did Shrek. We did Shrek seniors.
But SpongeBob would be cool because, like, SpongeBob, dude. You could get
That would be
literally
good.
SpongeBob or, like, the bikini bottom on the shirts or whatever. Like, on the back, it could have been, like, whatever, like, Krusty Krab. I don't even...
A lot of potential with that. Dude, the hallways
Yeah.
would have went crazy. The poster would have went crazy.
Yeah, our hallway was all right. I think that... I'm telling you, bro, the juniors had the best hallway.
Juniors, no, they're a little biased because that's the best hallway in the entire school.
Oh, the math wing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because also they set up, they literally made paper, like little wood things and painted the teachers' names on it. And like, it would be like, Jack's Bait Shop or whatever. Well, if their last name started with a B, it was all, and then they gave bios on the teacher, like teacher, funny guy, cool class, or class sucks and hard, whatever, shitty teacher. But anyways, back to the story. I completely forgot. So our most recent day besides today in school, because it was the last day today, yesterday, which is when the story happened, was decades. You had to dress like you were part of that decade, right? Our decade was the 80s, so I just did like a sweatsuit, like one of those mobster sweatsuits, black and gold trim, pretty fire. But I was scumbling the peer pressure a little bit because no one had whatever, no one. Oh!
Sorry, I just want to get a little nice close up. Sorry.
Fucking.
Wait, hold on. I'll cut this out.
Okay. Not leave it in, bro. Raw footage.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, then fuck it.
Yeah, I think that's a little better.
How we looking?
Just to get you a little clearer.
All right.
Oh, well, now the camera's all
Camera's a little slant. Yeah. You put it up a little bit like higher, so it's not like yeah. There we go. Fire.
Oh, no, tipping.
It's off balance.
My apologies. I completely.
Yeah. Mikey there can set this shit up good.
Yeah, no, I should have got. All right.
All right, but anyways, it was 80s theme. I wore my sweatsuit. So I scumbled the peer pressure because not a lot of people were dressed like they were in the 80s, or if they did, they kind of did it half-assed.
Yeah.
I went full out. It was also hot. So I called my mom, like, yo, Mom, bring me a pair of shorts or whatever. She's like, okay, I'm coming. She gives me the pair of shorts. I'm going to change in the bathroom, right? So I'm going into the back stall, which no one really uses, even though at the time it was during lunch, common lunch with all grades, and I decided to use the bathroom next to it because like security cracks down on you in school a little bit. So I go to that bathroom and I go to open the stall right in the back, which I assume no one's in because it wasn't locked. So it comes out easily. Someone's taking a shit there.
Oh, no.
Someone's taking a fat. When I'm going in, he's like, my bad, I'm in here. So I walk out, I go to the next stall, and I start changing, and I hear him say, my bad, I'm in here again. And some other kid did the same exact thing as me. So I'm changing, but not only I'm like changing and it's over, like that's not the story. I heard him taking a he was going like, he was going like, like you like you know when you're taking that fat shit, bro, that's what he was doing. It was, and it smelled like shit, dude. It was so bad in there. Oh my god. Oh, and like I was changing my clothes. I took my shoes off. I was stepping on like wet toilet water in the stall on my socks.
Oh,
bro.
Yeah, that sucks.
It was so gross. Like people like don't fucking care about bathrooms. Like,
No.
come on, dude. Have some courtesy.
Yeah, it boggles my mind because like it's like, how does it get that bad? You know?
Apparently, girls' bathrings are worse.
That's
which
what
I
I've
could
heard.
see why, but
That's what I've heard.
I've
But
never
I
seen.
don't know, man.
I don't peep in girls' bathrooms, but at the firehouse we do have to clean the girls' bathroom. It's never that fucking bad in there.
First of all, it's
a firehouse.
it's a firehouse bathroom compared to a school bathroom.
Yeah, you're right. School bathrooms. I'm telling you, school bathrooms. It looks like D-Day up in that bitch. Like it is bad.
Yeah, I remember they redid it. Like I think my like senior year, and it was like super nice. And I come back to like watch one of your wrestling matches, and it's like a pigsty. And
yeah, it's ruined.
It stinks too.
It's ruined. Every bathroom is ruined. I don't even know where half the bathrooms are in the high school because I don't use the fucking bathroom. I said this on the last one. I literally just don't. People are fucking mean too. Like bathrooms.
No,
people like throw that when you're taking a shit in the bathroom. It's like dangerous.
Yeah, John had that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
one of my favorite stories.
PTSD.
Actually.
That's why I don't in school, dude. I'm scared someone's gonna be like, "Yo, look at this fat ass." Like people are bro. And then what am I gonna do? When I get out of here, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, what am I gonna do? I'll just sit there like throwing shit at me. Hey, stinks in here, bro. Like, bro, I'm also offended at that because like I caught my boy taking a shit before practice at school, and I went in, and me and my boy were turning the lights on and off. And
dude, I remember, and this was I think either two semesters, like maybe a couple years ago. I was, I think my sophomore year. So last year, I keep thinking I'm a senior in college. Jesus, last year, me and Victor, the Spaniard, gotta have it on. I gotta have him on one day.
You gotta have him on.
We were like just in like one of the buildings, and I was on my work study, which we just kind of do nothing. I just kind of like sat there and played with drones all day. But he would just come and like hang out with me, and then like we like both went to the bathroom, and like he was like, "Oh, I gotta take a shit," whatever. So I was like, "Okay, cool." So he goes in the stall, and there's only one stall, and I pissed, wash my hands, walk out, and I walk to the door, and I open the door and close the door, so it like sounds like I left, and like so the lights are motion censored, so like if no one's in there, it's just gonna shut off. So I left, or I pretended like I left, and then I waited like a few like a minute or two, and then but you can also like press the switch. So I pressed the switch. And I could hear us go, oh no. And then he started calling me. And I didn't want to answer, obviously, because it would blow me up. And then he started texting me, he was like, "Bro, can you come and walk in? The light shut off." Just the initial reaction of him was like, because he like started laughing, he was like, "Oh no."
Because like you gotta know his voice too, bro. Because it's like, because like he has like that thick, heavy Spanish.
Yeah,
He's really from Spain. He's like, oh no. Like, dude, I would be like, it too, because like it depends, like because I assume there's no windows in that bathroom.
No.
It's just fucking dark. Dude.
Yeah, it was pitch black. And it was like, even if there were windows, it was like 7:00 at night too.
Yeah.
So, oh my god, it was so good.
Like, one time I had to take in school, right? Fifth grade wing bathrooms in the middle school. I think actually I'm being so serious. Besides a porta potty bathroom that I was near.
What bathroom was it?
So you know how in the 5th grade wing in the middle school they got that one
wing.
bathroom?
Yeah.
It's literally just a stall and 2 urinals.
Yeah.
Like 2 sinks. Bro, oh my god.
That's the one where John got hit.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
That is the worst bathroom in the fucking school. It is so dirty. Because one time I had to go piss or take a shit. I forgot what it was. So I go. Oh, I was taking a piss. I go take a piss, and the stall's open. So I guess I just look because like whatever. Dude, there is a shit not even in the toilet on where you would sit. What the fuck? Someone shit on where you would sit, and it was like smeared in. So it was like pushed in. How rude can you be?
Jesus Christ.
What about because there's like the janitor. Like I'm
Yeah.
tight with one of them, and he's like, what the fuck? Dude?
Yeah, like these people are pigs.
It was like literally like smeared in, like, and it was like up, so it wasn't like just like smeared in.
Oh,
it was like someone literally just took a shit, not even in the toilet, but on the side where you would sit down. I just remember
He
like
just didn't. It wasn't on purpose. The guy just didn't make it in time.
I guess maybe he squatted or something. And I remember it smelled so bad in there that I didn't even piss. I left and I went to the other side of the bathroom, like other side of the school. I
start to do that now when I'm like, because like in school, like there's a bathroom like right across from the classroom I'm in or whatever. And I'm like, nah, this one always smells terrible. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go upstairs because it's a much nicer bathroom.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Like it's honestly it's
OSC, man, optimal conditions. You gotta watch out for that.
Honestly, dude.
I mean, I'm not taking, but like, I like it. It's unbearable when you walk into a bathroom and it smells horrible.
Yeah, I just feel like at school too, at a high school where people like can know you by your fucking shoes. You gotta be careful.
Yeah,
dude.
that's
like I'm the only one who's pimping around in my moccasins like these. I'm the only one who's got dark chestnut LL Bean, bro.
Featured on episode 3.
Yes, actually, these are new ones though, because I've grown since.
I gotta get me a pair. Those are nice.
Yeah, here, hold on. I actually wore the fur-in already on these because I wear them like every day.
Yeah, show them off a little bit here.
Yeah, here you go. LL Bean sponsor us. Follow the Instagram.
I'm gonna get me a pair. Those are comfy. But like also like when a bathroom smells, and I'm the only one in there. Like usually I go in to just blow my nose.
Yeah.
And someone else walks in. I feel like they think it was because of me.
It was like, yo, dude, this guy fucking blew.
Where I'm like, no, it's not me. The place just smells, and they don't know how to properly clean it, I guess.
Dude, I was at a steakhouse once, and someone blew up the bathroom so fucking bad. Oh my god, it smelled like someone literally just took roadkill and let it fester in there. Like, dude, some people
oh my God.
You could tell because like it's like one of those steakhouses where you like buy wine and you drink a little heavy at the steakhouse. Dude, it was big time wine. The guy had big time wine. Whoever it was so smelly in there.
I remember one time last summer, the summer just passed. Me and Nikki were driving up to Massachusetts, and
that's a nice drive.
It was like 3-hour drive or whatever. It was kind of ridiculous, but we were behind like an RV, and RVs have bathrooms and stuff. And I guess one of them used the bathroom. And I guess when you're on the road driving, all they can do is just let it fall on the highway. But it was they just like pissed, so like you could see like liquid just trickling down a little bit, like on a trail onto the road. And dude, I don't know how much asparagus these people were eating, but like it was rancid. One of the worst things I've smelled in my life.
Bro, I was taking a test today in my AP Euro class. Dude, wherever I was sitting, it smelled like asparagus pee. I was like taking the test. He's like, because like AP Euro, he's a great teacher. I will give him that. So like he'll give us a test, and the way the AP test is that you answer whatever 55 multiple choice in 55 minutes. So he gives us 30 questions, 30 minutes. So he hands it down. I'm about to start, and I just go. I'm like, I'm like, is that the fuck? Because I was next to here. I'm like, what the is that? It smells like asparagus piss in here. I'm like looking around. I'm like studying, like, because some kids naturally smell something.
Some kids naturally smell.
Yeah, like you're looking around. You're like, who the fuck? Like, who smells like shit? You like take it mid test. You look to your left. You don't smell. You like, and then you look and you go. And now you smell. And you're like, yo, my man, you smell like piss. Has to go to the bathroom. I got cologne in my bag. Just go. It's a little naughty.
Yeah, the Deadpool cologne, bro. Avengers cologne.
Dude, I had a cologne discussion today with my boy in chemistry.
What was it?
He carries 3 colognes on him, and I carry 1, and the teachers were making fun of us.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I just carry
even
like
carrying one is a little weird, though, I gotta say.
Nah, it's not weird, because after lunch, I want to smell fresh, because,
All right, yeah, you probably smell like, I don't know, Philly cheesesteak or whatever.
I do not smell like Philly cheesesteak.
I'm just saying. Like,
that's actually not even
It's
bad
just
smell.
an example.
I would walk around smelling like Philly cheesesteak. You'd be like, yo, this guy smells like fucking Philly cheesesteak. Like, I want to eat him.
Well, I know. Like, oh my god.
Non-sexual at home. Y'all are fucked up.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
Audiences, get your mind out of the gutters, people.
I made that type of joke in AP Aero about the romanticism unit.
Romanticism, all right.
Yeah. I was like, not the romanticism you guys are thinking. That's gross. We're in school.
Did you get a laugh?
I got but my teacher was dying. My teacher thinks I'm funny. You know how we're acquired taste of humor.
Yeah.
He was dying because he gets it.
I think being like a class clown and getting a good joke and getting a laugh out of the entire class, one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh my god, I did it today. Chemistry. It was before the cologne talk. My boy, whatever. I was talking to him. We were talking about middle names, right? And I call him by his middle name. With him because he hates it. And then he's like, what's your middle name? I'm like, you probably don't know because the teacher was taking attendance on the board so you could see it. I'm like, wow. So first off, you don't listen to I forgot what I said, but I'm like, he's like, what's your middle name? I forgot whatever, but I said, I have to tell him because he can't read it on the board. He doesn't know how to read. And I got a couple laughs out of it and I felt good. I forgot. I don't know how to tell the story to make it sound good, but I fucked it up. I fumbled.
That's okay. But I remember one time in class, it was AP Lit. And
AP Lit!
And I just felt a little out of my league. I felt like I didn't really belong there or whatever. But I was like, I'll break the ice, just try to be a little humorous how I usually am in classes and stuff. And I cracked a joke or something, and my teacher comes up. He goes to the entire class. He goes, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to be the funny guy. But not with me around. I was like, holy crap.
Was he serious? Or she?
I don't know. It could have been dry humor, but
You didn't know.
I just didn't. I was like, Jesus Christ. All
Yeah,
right, man.
Most English teachers, I feel like besides the 2 that we know at our school,
yeah.
If you know who you're talking about, are dry. All right. First of all, some of them, it's just English teachers, I feel like is a different type of humor. Sorry, Sammy, but dude. Or it's like oh yeah, and I hope I don't end up like the Great Gatsby. You're like, what the f-? I don't even get that.
Here's another little story where my jokes bit me in the butt. So
the buttocks.
Varsity baseball.
Ooh.
Shout out. I was pitching. I was starting the game, and I threw the entire game, and we mercied them. But in the last, so hold on, just a little background because you're gonna need to know this later. This was on April Fool's Day.
Oh, okay.
And in the last inning, it's the 5th inning. So if you're up by 10 after 5 innings, it's a mercy, you win.
Oh, automatically.
Yeah. So we're going to the top of the 5th. They're up. We're home. And so when I get these 3 outs, it's done. So I don't know how many outs there were, but when a batter comes up and I think so I struck out like the first guy or something, or got him out, whatever. There was one out. The second guy, this is more like it. The second guy comes up. I throw 3 straight balls. No. I throw 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
It's 0-2. Then I go 3 straight balls.
Ooh.
And my coach visits the mound. He goes, "What are you doing? You gotta get this guy." First of all, I'm like in my head, like, bro, I ain't trying to throw balls. If that's how it worked, everyone would be in the majors, man.
Yeah.
And so then I strike out the guy like right after that. But anyways, the next day at practice, little huddle before practice, he's like, "Oh, we're going over the game." He goes, "What do you think what do you think went wrong?" I was like, and I don't know. It's always been kind of like tense between me and
the coach.
Yeah, and I was like, let me, there's some guys that he likes clearly, and like he'll play around with. And I'm like, let me loosen it up a little bit. I go, because it was on April Fool's Day. I go, that was just a little April Fool's joke for you, coach. Blank face. And I was just like, and I was like, I shouldn't have went down like that. But like, come on, man.
He's like, the you mean it was a joke?
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
we won by mercy. I struck out the guy directly after.
Some guys are just tense.
I wanted to like loosen it up a little bit with you and be a little friendly, and you give me nothing. You give me you got. So I was like, come on.
My wrestling coaches, oh my god, they are they're like actually funny people, bro. So like one guy I guess ate pizza before a match and he got like sick during his match, and they're like, all right, at the tournament lunchtime, whatever you do, don't eat pizza so you don't get sick like the other kid, like, and they'll say his name and everyone starts laughing. It's a lot of inside jokes on the wrestling team. You gotta, so as you age and become a senior, the jokes get progressively more funny because you're like, I fucking get it now.
Yeah.
Like, so this year I got a couple of them because I wrestled last year.
Yeah.
So they're like making a joke. I'm like, oh, I get this.
What?
I get this.
Oh.
But I feel like sports teams, I feel like, is it me or like I'll play a sport and I'll talk to the guys in that sport heavy, except for wrestling, and then once the sport's done, I'm done. I won't talk to them until the sport comes back.
You almost act like strangers until the sport comes back around.
Yeah, like I'll be like, hey, Jesse, what's up, dude?
Especially now, like when I'm clearly not playing high school sports anymore.
Yeah.
And I see someone, like, do I say like what's up?
Like, hey.
We're like, we didn't know each other on a friend term. We used to know each other on like baseball terms. I don't know, but I was never a 3-sport guy, so.
Yeah, I feel that. So personally on the wrestling team, everyone does. I think out of all teams that I've done, that's where everyone's the closest because it's also like it's a room like this, except probably like a couple more feet this way. So you're already tightly packed.
And it's also it's a sport when you're up each other's asses anyway, so I might as well have a little hello.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you don't have a good wrestling partner for the year, you're you are, because like, what are you going to do? I told my wrestling partner this. I'm like, dude, I just got over. This guy is not interesting at all. I was like, shit. But then as like time goes, like you got a little closer with the guy, so you're like, you break the joke barrier, I guess. That's when you start making the jokes. Like, I'll this year during wrestling, I was wrestling him. I was already tight with him before this point, but we were doing the move called the butt drag.
Oh, the butt drag.
Little butt drag. And you're supposed to take your hand, kind of put it in the guy's inner thigh from the back and like drive in. I accidentally pulled up and my fingers went up into his ass.
Oh.
So that...
Little hello first, maybe, Luke?
So I remember I did. And he just go, whoa! And I'm like, yo, what the f***? My bad. You good, bro? He's like, nah, I'm good. Your fingers went on my ass and it caught me by surprise. I was like, my bad. And he's like, nah, you're good. Don't worry. It just got me by surprise. And then we started laughing about it or whatever. But like, it's a bond. I'm trying to say. I
understand that.
So like, I'm tight with all the wrestling guys. I got an Instagram post. Go like if you haven't. Go make it my most liked post. But whatchamacallit, those 2 guys I took the picture with in my photo, those were the probably, besides one other guy and like a couple other people, probably like 5 people. Those were the people I was closest with on the team because I'm practicing with them every day. Specifically, the guy I'm closest to on the team was the guy who was wearing the belt. That's my wrestling partner. That was the guy who I wrestled with last year. That was the guy I wrestled with over the summer, over the spring, over the off season. That guy I got to know so close, and I would consider him a great friend of mine, strictly because of wrestling. I only wrestled him for 2 years.
Now hold on, let's go back. Once wrestling's said and done, do you think you'd
hang out with him,
or not hang out with him, but like
I already do.
Oh,
I already do.
Okay.
It's not like whatever. I like whatever. We were talking. We go to the gym together. We went out to eat the other day at our signature breakfast spot. I was about to say the name. I'm not going to throw names out there. You know what I'm talking about. Where we get the breakfast, where we get the steak and eggs, but whatever.
Great place.
That's my
I haven't been there.
Shout out. You know who
I haven't been there in so long, dude.
Oh, dude. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite place. That's great.
I think it's the best place you could get food around this area. Actually, I think that's the best place you could get food in the world.
Oh, wow. What would you say wrestling's your favorite sport out of the 3?
All right, so my favorite sport out of the 3 is lacrosse, but my favorite sport to practice in is wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird because wrestling, I prefer the practicing over actually wrestling. It's like weird. I don't know how to explain it.
I remember like for baseball, like I would always like dread workouts or practices or whatever. But then once we start getting into like games and like heavy games, so like we're playing like 4 games a week or something.
Yeah.
I love when practices come around because like it's only like once a week or something. And oh my God, it's just so relaxing. Not relaxing, but like it's a load off your chest, I would say.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Especially during wrestling, because wrestling is like a condition-heavy sport. So when you have a match, practice, and a match, you know that one in between is going to be a little light. And especially if you win the day before, it's going to be light. There's just, against our rival, if you lose against that team in any sport, you know it's going to be hell.
Dude, I remember speaking of conditioning. Like my, on like the modified team, we would condition a lot.
Exactly.
JV team, we wouldn't condition as much.
Yeah.
And then when I was, like when varsity goes to, when JV's done and varsity starts to like call up some guys, I forget what season. I think like the end of my sophomore year, I was called up and we're doing like, they like decide, okay, we're going into like the second tournament, let's condition a little bit. And I'm not an endurance guy whatsoever. And like, once JV's done, like the JV coach comes to the varsity practice, and I'm like, I like drank like a can of soda before, dude. I'm trudging along, like I think I'm like the last one, and the JV coach just goes, "Man, I didn't know you were so out of shape. I should have ran you guys more." I was like, I don't know, man. Like we used to be conditioned pretty good in modified, but then I kind of just dropped off, and oh my God, it was so embarrassing.
But yeah, dude, honestly, like, what was I gonna say? Like baseball, like I don't feel like you need to condition that much unless you're outfield.
Yeah.
Like running the bases, that's more speed. You just sprint like 10 times. That's all you really need. And it shouldn't even be all in one.
You're just sprinting 90 feet unless you're like legging it. Unlike a home run, obviously you're jagging it out.
Yeah.
Unless you're bagging it for a triple or an inside the park home run.
Yeah.
Even then, it's not like long distance.
You have special guys for that.
What do you mean?
Like a guy is quicker, I feel like, or can run the base. You're like, all right, I know this guy. This guy's going to get on base. I want this guy, whatever, bunt, and he's just going to haul ass to wherever he needs to go. Have you ever slid in baseball, by the way?
Have I slid?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's sick, dude. I've never slid in baseball.
You slide like every game.
That's so dope.
Dude, actually, what...
You ever like slid and miss over? That's just embarrassing.
No, but I remember like one of the most satisfying things would be like sliding in the field or like to grab a ball or diving out in the outfield or whatever. Oh, that was sweet.
You ever like, and then you just bring it in or whatever?
Yeah, sometimes you like surprise yourself. Where you're like, holy shit, I got it.
You're like, I got the fucking ball, dude. Like I've never played baseball at past second grade. But I was nominated for All-Stars. I was actually quite a dominant shortstop.
Good for you.
fast as shit. These meaty legs, these thunder thighs can move
man.
when
Now we throw you behind the plate or first base.
Yeah. Like I was catcher a little bit. I did play first base, played second base, third base. I actually did everything except outfield because in Little League, and those
Little League, they would throw the bad players in the outfield. I remember.
Yeah, like I wasn't in the outfield. Dude. I was everywhere else but the outfield.
Yeah, like if you were trash, you just went in the outfield, and obviously, once you get up, like outfield is a pretty important position.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. It's like, oh, dude, this guy plays outfield. He knows what's up. Like I feel like the most vital position in baseball. I don't really watch baseball, but I'm gonna have to go with outfield. Anywhere in the outfield, first base. Pitcher.
Okay.
Hot take. Actually, shortstop's pretty important, though, right?
They're all equally important, I would say.
I would take. I don't know. I don't play baseball. I'm a lax.
Laxy.
I play lacrosse, LaCroix, as you said in the first episode.
Bro, what's your favorite unit in gym?
Oh, my favorite unit?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. We're playing pickleball right now. Pickleball is low-key fun.
Pickleball is good.
Dude, pickleball is low-key kind of fun. But, shit, dude. I don't know. Like, I used to go kind of crazy during the hockey unit because I used to play hockey.
Hockey's nice.
Basketball's always fun because you'll just run 3-on-3.
But they don't really do basketball units anymore. They was kind of we got nothing to do. Let's do basketball.
Yeah, they do basketball for a week. Though,
yeah.
And it's not fun.
My favorite was badminton. That was the best.
Badminton does go
so
crazy,
good.
Bro. My favorite thing that we ever did in gym, I actually told a gym teacher, yo, bring that back. Bro, remember when we used to play snowball?
Dude, that was
the greatest game.
We would have like the mat set up for forts and stuff, and there would be like
forts,
shields,
scoopers,
scoopers,
and you crawl under the tunnels. Dude, I would go ape
I don't
shit
care if we're high schoolers. Like that would be so much fun.
Cause you would go with your boy and be like, "Yo, dude, like, Matt, like." You knew the hype when it was winter, and you walked into the Miller, and you see all the mats, and you're like,
it was always the week before winter break too.
Yeah, you go.
Oh my god!
You go to the teacher and be like, "Are we playing snowball?" She'd be like, "Yes." And you go to your boys. And they're like, "What's the word?" And you're like, "We're playing snowball." And all your boys would go ape.
Snowball.
And you got out. You would do the jumping jacks or whatever, dude. Snowball is crazy. That and medic when you would throw the fleece balls again at each other, and you would sit down, and then someone would come on the scooter and tap you. And whatever. Dude, those scooters, you gotta be careful because some guy would just ram into you.
I would always, you know how they would have like the shields?
Yeah.
But if you had a shield, you can't pick up snowballs.
Yeah.
So I would grab a shield and I would run around just blocking it from everybody, like playing like hero, like thank me later. I just run off.
I used to just crawl in the tunnel just to crawl in the tunnel, dude.
Yeah, that too. The scooters were sick too, I gotta say.
Dude,
remember
crazy.
I forget what we did with the scooters, but Battleship was cool too.
Battleship was dope. We played Battleship in high school, and I still love it. What else? I'm trying to think. Dude, gym was low key better when you were younger. When you actually play actual sports, and they
for sure, yeah.
I feel like
and you would have like gymnastics day or whatever, and you'd be like climbing the rope and stuff.
Yeah, the obstacle course when you would swing on the rope.
Yes, that's
that
what I'm
shit
talking about.
Was sick.
That's what I'm talking about.
I bet
that
they don't even do that
good.
anymore because they're like a danger hazard or whatever.
Dude, I have to say though, the unit where we would like the rope climbing, where we would see who can get to the top of the ceiling. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't think they would
crazy.
ever. Because it's not like it's a short ceiling. Maybe it was.
No, it was. It's a gymnasium.
It's at least 45 feet in the air. So
and
if he drops and lands on the mat, he's gonna get fucking hurt regardless.
And the only padding is just this mat that's obviously not gonna do anything. Like it's not like you had a net catching you. You had a mat where like once you're falling from that high, it's basically hitting concrete.
Yeah, you're done, bro. It doesn't. Maybe it'll cushion a little bit if you land like on this, but you'll still like break some a little bit or like bruise. But I was part of that last generation when gym was crazy, dude.
I was for the rope climbing thing to the ceiling. For the longest time, I wasn't able to. I was too scared to go up.
Yeah, I never.
And then at 1 year, it just clicked in me where I was like, all right. And I finally was able to get to it. And then the years after that, oh my god, I looked forward to it so like. Oh.
And you never did.
And then it just got cut off. But
Remember Survivor when they would give you the pin and you gotta guard your pin?
That's another good one.
That was a good one because if someone snagged the corner, you were like, dude, where am I gonna go?
Yeah, and like people were like, and they would just like just push you aside and knock everything down. I forgot how to play that game.
By the rules, dude. You weren't allowed to touch anyone, and you had to knock them out with the ball, and you could leave your pin, but you could come back and it's just gone. And
yeah,
like, dude, I'm done. That was a good game too.
Did I one time
even Grip and Rip? Remember Grip and Rip, dude?
Hot take, I hated Grip and Rip, gotta say.
Oh, bro, Grip and Rip after school was fun as shit, dude. It's dodgeball with cones, dude. You know, New York State legally does not allow dodgeball in schools.
Really?
Yeah, it's like illegal. Cause I was like, someone went up to the teacher and was like, "Yo, whatever." I almost said her name, but I was like, "Yo, whatever. Let's play dodgeball or whatever." He's like, "We can't. We're legally not allowed to."
Yeah,
like, legally not
that's
allowed
stupid.
To. It's like no one's getting hurt during.
I remember one time in gym in like elementary school, we were playing some game. I forget what it was. It would be like two sides of the gym, two teams on different sides of the gym, and they would line up pins, and there would be like a pumpkin pin. Like a pin with a pumpkin on it, and that would be more points.
Yes! Okay. I remember that game. Okay. You would put them in the bag?
Yes. So, we were playing that, and then the game ended, and we, like, the gym teacher, like, brought us into the center half court, whatever the fuck you call it. And I was like, okay, I was just like, whatever, and I just threw a ball just, like, across my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And without me knowing, it hit the big pumpkin pin. And oh my god, dude, the gym teacher was he was just being just so mean about it. He was like, well, you guys would have won if someone didn't decide to throw the ball when we weren't supposed to.
That dude,
and
bro.
hit the pin. I was like, come on.
What grade
dude.
was this? You say second?
Like second grade, yeah.
I think I know who this is. Was this the older gym teacher?
Yes.
Her. She was so
it wasn't
mean.
Her. It wasn't her.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Actually, she was nice to me, but she was low-key mean. Remember that old one?
No, she was nice.
Maybe from what I remember. Like, Playday was lit, but she would always be like, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. Like, I remember her voice so vivid. She's like, strike 2, Luke, strike 3, you're out.
This looks like it stuck with you for a while here.
Dude, because I remember so much. I feel like at that age, that's when you're picking up the most, right? Like, remember the specials?
Yes, dude.
It wasn't like what we have now. Like, right now, we got a rotating drop schedule, which is so hard to follow. I hate it. But anyways, I remember, like, you would have your regular classes, math, science, whatever the fuck it was, and then you would have your special.
Yeah.
From whatever time.
Yeah.
Fun, dude. You go to art one day, you go to gym. They always had gym twice a week. And I remember one time I had gym on Friday. I'm like, let's go, bro. I got gym on Friday.
Yeah, because some days,
you know how lit that was?
You're depending on what special you had, like, it just killed the entire day. Or it could make the entire day, you know?
What was one music? I didn't like music, dude. Music was trash.
I didn't mind music depending on what we were doing.
Wiggle like a wiggle worm.
Stand like a statue. Wiggle like a wiggle worm.
That song was crazy. People actually, that was fun. I would play that right now. Like, I would go to like a DJ at homecoming. I should have been like,
yo, play Wiggle like a wiggle worm.
Wiggle like a wiggle worm. He's like, what the f? I'm like, do it. And then everyone's like, oh, haven't heard this in second grade. And then they all start dancing or whatever. He'll be like, stand like a
throwback,
statue.
Man. This is my song.
Wiggle worm. Statue.
Wiggle worm. Statue.
Yeah, that was crazy. That song was so
that
good,
was a good one.
Oh my god. What else did we do?
Were you ever in like band or anything?
Nah, I was always chorus.
Dude, I remember I was in band. I was a trumpet player. I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. And then when here's a funny story. So, you know how I broke my jaw, right?
Yes.
And I couldn't play for X amount of time, obviously.
You were out.
So I just like would show up and like just sit there. This was middle school. I would just sit there and watch everyone, I guess. And I was sitting at my seat once, and I remember, you know how like the smart boards have like the projectors hanging over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like the band teacher, they would have like a little like platform to stand on to conduct.
Oh.
And he was getting really into it. He was getting so into it, and then like a big thing was coming, and he like jumped, and he was like going like this, like about to like cast a spell. And as he was doing it, he whacks his head on the projector, but he just doesn't act like anything happened. So he like whacks it. I was like, oh, and he keeps going, and I'm the only one watching this happen. Oh, that was funny.
Dude, I feel like none of them knew what they were doing when they were composing. Because it would literally just be like they're waving their hands. And then when they had to bring like one side up or the other, they would just be like... Like, apparently, like, composing, when you're going like this means something. It's like left side pipe down, left, right side, whatever the
Really?
means. I don't know. I was making that shit up. Because I did actually see a graph or whatever, because I follow this thing on TikTok where it's like... composing and actually what it means. Stick in hand like this actually means like play harder, like louder if you can.
Yeah, this guy was like pulling a Voldemort going. Like he was about to wind up like the biggest like whatever it's called, Avada Kedavra coming in. And
I just imagine him jumping, going up and hitting the center of the projector and like sparks come out and drops down. And he just drops down and he gets back up real quick and he starts going like this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Another time in band, we had to go around, like the teacher was just like, let's all go around and just like freestyle, make up something. I was like, what? Like what? And it gets to me and I was just like, I have no idea what to do. And I don't want to do anything. So I just like started uncontrollably laughing. And I was like, I can't do it. Just go on. Just so you can pass over me.
Bro, I remember in whatchamacallit, were you like in chorus? Like I remember like recently we had off-season workouts for lacrosse at the middle school. So one day I was just kind of like, dude, I'm gonna go get some water real quick from the fountain. Let me just go see. And I walk into the music room and I just remember like, dude, this is where we used to play ukulele. Remember that? The ukulele. I remember how in the middle school they all had the lockers in the chorus room and they were all chained. Like they were wearing like lockers.
Yeah.
It was so cool to look at. And you're like looking, you're like, dude, I remember being in here. Like I can't wait when I'm a senior and they take you down the walk. Cause the school I'm most genuine like curious to see. Cause I think it was the coolest school. Is Highview.
Highview, yeah.
That school was sick because it's only 2 grades, and then I was part of the new wing in 4th grade. Were you in the new wing by any chance?
I know what you're talking about, but no, I wasn't in it.
But I was part of the new wing. That's when it had AC, so I was like one of the only classes with AC. But I remember, oh, dude, it was so cool. I could even tell you how long our classes were. Like English was 105 minutes because I remember hating it. Which is honestly, now that I think about it, 105 minutes, dude, that is
There's no way it was
105 minutes worth of English and then special.
I don't think that's right, dude.
It is. I swear to God, I remember like the back of my hand. Birthmark there.
Yeah, I'm always curious because I haven't been there in so long. Like I want to like just go walk around because obviously I didn't get to do my senior walk because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID. That sucks, dude.
Yeah, but
that would have been crazy to look at.
It would be cool to just like go through and like see everything again.
If they told me right now, like if I got a message on my phone saying, "Would you like to come tour the school right now?" and I could just leave right now.
I bet you I can navigate through everything.
I would. Oh yeah, I could still be like, "Yo, this is where you used to put on the plays in 1st grade," because I was in that certain teacher's class where you do the plays.
Oh, how big is a foot?
What?
How big is a foot?
I was in the King and its Commissioners.
What? That was the name of the play?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was the king.
We are I was in the class that did the play, but we did How Big Is a Foot?
Oh, is it big?
What do you mean is it big?
You said how big is a foot? Is it big?
It was just like a little play to teach kids how big a foot is.
Oh, okay.
Like the length.
But is it a large foot?
No, it's 12 inches.
Is it like Shaquille O'Neal foot, size 26? You're like, where the f*** do you think this guy gets his shoes, bro? How's this guy rocking Jordans? His shoe size is like this big.
Well, I think shoes like that, like they're gonna make it for.
No,
him.
they make them specially, especially like a guy with his fame. Oh, dude, those younger schools were so much cooler. The high school's so bland.
Yeah, they take itself too seriously.
It's so bland.
It's like lighten up a little bit, have a little fun.
There's nothing cool. Like now, as I think about it, in the middle school, even though like they were whatever, they had all like I don't know. They called them memorials, but it was just like paintings on the walls wherever you went.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
They don't do that. Like, they had one of the pictures of the world in social media. I think that's the weakest one, but I think the coolest one was the one they were working on. It was Vincent Van Gogh's Starry Night with the you gotta bleep that, but with the our school's mascot Knight right in the middle of it, and I thought that was really actually cool and creative.
That is pretty cool.
I think they made the stars out of paper. It was like really creative.
Dude, do you remember middle school? We would have homeroom.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we would just be like given stupid tasks.
Yeah.
Like assignments. One was and like they would put it up on they would put whatever you do on the bulletin boards, which is what brought me to this. One was write a famous quote that you like or whatever on an index card and put it on a wall. So I was like, I don't know any quotes. So I write oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
I'll just keep going. I write the SpongeBob quote. I go, what? What's the matter?
It was just my dad telling me, let me know when you're home. Sorry.
Oh, okay, word.
I apologize. Anyways, what were you saying? Oh, he's on his phone.
So we had to write a quote, and I was just like, I don't know any quotes. So I wrote the SpongeBob quote with the Patrick Star episode where he's like, I wumbo, you wumbo, he, she, me, wumbo, wombology. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever. That was the quote that I wrote. And the next day, the teacher calls me outside, and she goes, I looked it up, and I'm really offended that you would write something like that. And she was like, I was really curious on what it meant, so I looked it up. And she was like, I'm really offended. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, it's really hurtful. I was like, it's from SpongeBob. I was like, I had no idea. I'm sorry. So then I left, and I made up a quote, like something like, oh, champions are made when no one's watching. And I wrote Derek Jeter on it. I was like, here you go.
That's fucked.
She's like, I just can't. And so like homeroom, you would have like your teacher, and then you have like your homeroom teacher. So it would be like another teacher, and they were both like outside, and they were like, and like the other teacher was like this, like just like. And they're like, we just can't believe that you said you would say something like this. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
That reminds me, you know how in Kahoot you can make your own names?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we were playing Kahoot in 6th grade, and me and Dean, that's when the Spider-Man game was big. Remember the Spider-Man game on PlayStation?
Oh, PS4 one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we made all our names Spider-Man, so I was like Peter Parker, he was Sandman. It was really like cringy if I ever did it now. But one of our boys put his name as Diarrhea Boy, and the teacher had a and she was like, who's Diarrhea Boy? Who the is Diarrhea Boy? I remember my boy told me the story. He was trying to keep quiet, and he was literally shitting himself, and someone went over and looked at his computer and saw, and she was like, and she's like, he's Diarrhea Boy. And my boy just remembered telling me, he said he felt the soul leave out of his body. Because the teacher was so pissed because he was on the leaderboard too. So after each fucking thing, be like, Diarrhea Boy 69, whatever is on top. And then she said, I'm like, yo, what happened when she pulled you out of the hallway? She's like, she was like, I can't believe you put your name as Diarrhea Boy. Do you have any maturity or whatever? Diarrhea Boy, that is not funny. And I remember everyone's in the classroom like, this guy's like, Diarrhea Boy is not funny.
For Kahoot, I would always make my name someone else's name in the class.
Oh,
so like if I were to win, they'd be like, "Oh, nice job, whatever, who's-y, what's-y," and it would be me who would stand up to get like a candy in the candy bowl or whatever. I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Bro, so now even like with teachers, some people are like, put your name in Kahoot. Make sure it is your name. Nothing offensive. Because kids would
people started cracking down on it, which I mean,
like,
understandably so.
But some people were like just around. Diarrhea Boy. It's like, yo.
That one is so good. Like, it's not even like something like clever, like Mike Oxlong or whatever. That's, oh my god, that's
Diarrhea Boy. You're like, who the f is Diarrhea Boy?
I remember for Spanish class once, this teacher was I guess she was like, oh, everyone pick a Spanish name. Like, this is gonna be your Spanish name for the class. And I go, so first I was like, oh, call me Pepe Smooth? She goes, I'm not calling you Pepe Smooth. I was like, all right, Pepe's fine. But my friend Mo, who's been on the podcast multiple times, he goes, Guillermo. Makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. And after that day, that was the last. She dropped all the Spanish names. She never called anyone by our Spanish names, except for him, because we would call him Mo. So I think she thought his name was Guillermo. So she would always say Guillermo.
Hey, Guillermo, we got to talk to you real quick. Get over it.
Oh, that was so funny. But he would write his full name on it on his like papers. But Muhammad, I guess she's like, yeah. But I guess she would keep calling him Guillermo. I don't know why, but
Guillermo. Dude, Kahoot names were funny, bro. Some people had some funny shit. Oh, good times.
They were.
I remember in 5th grade, they used to have us write papers, and then they would present them to the class, like, write your own story. If I ever did this nowadays, I would literally beat the shit out of myself. I wrote a story of how Ken, I used to write these books in 2nd grade called Ken Adventures or whatever. It's actually pretty good stories. But whatchamacallit, this one I did Ken, whatever. It was about him joining a gaming clan.
Whoa. Dude, do you remember like in elementary school where we would have to write like every Monday we would write, oh, today's news, and we would like write about our weekend or whatever?
Yes.
So I remember writing like stupid things, but now that I think about it, I think it was not only for like kids to just practice writing, but I think it was for like teachers to like see if like anyone was getting like in like a bad like abused or whatever, like something.
My dad just like out of me this weekend.
So like I think they're like looking for that, and I'm like writing, like I remember writing one where I was like writing about do you remember the movie Madagascar?
Yes.
I wrote, I watched Madagascar and King Julian was my favorite. He was so funny. So I'm like writing this, and like they're like looking through, like, oh, very nice, Mike. And they're like looking through, like, oh, yeah, I get cigarette burns every night. And
did someone say?
No,
that?
No.
I was like, no way.
I'm just saying that's probably what they were looking for. Don't quote me on that, but it's just my little theory. That's why they have it.
Little theory.
Little theory.
That's crazy. Dude,
little inkling.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would go back in time and do it all again.
Yeah, so would I.
Like 4th grade. Yeah, 4th grade finna be a movie. Real. I loved 4th grade. Favorite day of my life.
Middle school was my favorite years.
One of my favorite days of my life, December 23rd, 2016.
Bro, he always just he was like, oh, December 23rd, that was my favorite day ever.
Even though I did all the kid biz, I remember she assigned us our teacher 4 kid biz to do. Kid biz, that's so ass.
Yeah, kid biz was really bad.
Dude, I know kids, they'd be like, I just do the activity and whatever. I'm like, you just go straight to the activity?
Yeah, dude, I would never go straight to the activity. I had to read it.
Especially nowadays, I feel like kid biz compared to what I get, it's not that bad. Like,
no, yeah.
Hey, do like 2 kid biz for the day. I remember in 6th grade, our teacher assigned 3 a week.
Whoa, that's crazy.
That was a lot. That would be a lot. But and then in 8th grade, they did 2. And what I used to do is I used to preemptively do the activity, but not finish it fully. So I would do 7 out of the 8 questions. So I could just, and I'll be done.
I remember one time my 5th grade teacher came up to me. She's like, for some reason, she just said it to me. I don't even know why. And she was like, Mikey, if you're having like trouble with the kid business, ask me to turn the grade down, like the difficulty down for you. I can do that. I was like, whatever. And then I like go home doing kid business. I'm like, this is too much work. And then the next day I'm like, can you turn it down a notch for me? And I tell my mom that, and my mom got like so mad at me for doing that for some reason. And she's like, why would you turn down your difficulty?
You ever done math homework with your parents and they're yelling at you basically? Like one time I was doing like money once and my dad's like, how the f*** are you getting $15 from whatever? I'm like, 3 5s. He's like, that is not even how you would do $15 change. You would do a 10 and a 5. Why would you do 3 5s?
I remember at one point, my parents were just like, I don't even know how to do this. Like, once we were started,
some of it was dumb, like place value.
Once we started, like, multiplying, dividing fractions, they were gone. They were like, I'm done.
They're just kind of like...
They're just like, do your best.
Try.
Yeah.
I remember when they used to teach you how to tell time on the clock?
Oh, yeah.
In math class, it's like, hey, math lesson, clocks. And, like, some people would be struggling. Like, how the f*** are you struggling? I feel like some people don't even know how to read clocks in my grade now. Like, they look at a clock and they're like...
No, it's not an uncommon thing. There's probably people my age that don't know how to read clocks.
It's like, you gotta know how to read a fucking clock, dude. I like clocks. They stimulate the mind.
They do stimulate the mind.
Stimulate the mind.
What are we at? Oh, we're about an hour.
Not bad.
Not bad. This was a pretty good episode, I have to say.
Yeah, this one is literally was all... I should be doing more team biz. This was literally all about fucking the past. Blast from the past.
Blast from the past. That's going to be this episode.
Oh, that's so fly. Did you, what was your favorite grade?
Oh.
You've been through it all.
Yes.
Hit me hot and heavy.
Yes, I've been through it all. Like I said, middle school was great. 3rd and 4th grade was great.
Remember they gave vocab tests?
I'm going to have to say, actually, sophomore year. Because one, like, you know, you're starting to become a little more mature and stuff, but you're still having fun, and you're not worrying about college, but you're not like worried about high school anymore because like you're a little more used to high school because of you're not a freshman anymore. So it was I don't know, that was a good year. Other than that, I go like 7th, 8th grade because that was like the best times I had with my friends. So like just
legendary times. Was that movie theater age?
That was movie theater age.
Yo, y'all used to go to the movies. I remember I'll be like, "Where's John?" They're like, "At the movies."
Yeah, we went to the movies so much.
You guys went to the movies so much. I bet you guys kept them in business for another couple of years, bro.
Did. And like, because we also didn't have cars too.
Yeah, so you would walk around. And shit.
That was like the best. Like walking around with our friends around town or like riding bikes. That was the best. Once we got cars, like I don't know, it just wasn't the same.
It doesn't.
But those because we would like go to say like Chris's house and we walked to like 7-Eleven. We come back, we like walk to my house.
Apparently that was all there was to do at Chris's house was go to 7-Eleven.
Or like sometimes, like some weekends we would sleep over at my house. Then we go to when we walk to like say your house. We would sleep over at your house the next day.
Bro, remember when we used to around with like the toy guns and we would go around the neighborhood and we literally had everyone involved. That was fun, bro. And you like be looking for people on patrol with your boy, be like, yo, bro, remember the night manhunt sections or games?
Yeah,
dude,
those were crazy.
Those were crazy, especially when Shane and all of them played and you were allowed to go on their yards.
Yeah,
because that's when it was like whatever. Dude, I remember I was playing manhunt with John. We were hiding in the woods. It was a little divot. I remember this so vividly because it was crazy. If it happened to me today, I would go ape shit over it. But it was like you go, it's a little hill into the woods or whatever. So driveway, slope, woods. It's pitch black, and they were using their phones to like try to find. And me and John were laying down in the leaves, and he goes, "Shh." And then it was almost like Call of Duty. They're going around with their flashlights, and you hear them talking. I wonder where they are. We gotta find them. He's like, he puts his hand over my mouth. And they're walking. Where are they? Shine the lights at us.
Dude, that's something out of a movie.
You see John's eyes like. And he's like, and they're like, it's clear over here. And you're like,
ooh.
And you're like, oh my god, John, they were right.
The only thing about manhunt is like you would never get through a full round. And like eventually, like some people like hid like weren't able to be found. Where everyone was just like, we're all like tired. We're just gonna go outside.
Yeah, dude, I remember one time we were playing manhunt and we were in some person's yard and they were the base was Shane's deck. Remember Shane?
Yeah.
It was there, and they were all literally goose guarding this bitch, and we're out there in the neighbor's yard who weren't even playing, bro. We were near the gazebo that they had in the backyard, and we all sat down. It was just a force. It was me, my brother Shane, and some other kid. I don't even remember who it was, but we were all sitting down. We're like, we gotta get away to get him. We gotta get him out. We need a distraction. And I remember I was like, I'll do it. And they were like, and I go, and because they used to be like trees and then like literally a pathway into Shane's yard, and then you're there. So I remember I act like I was going through there. And they're like, we see him. And I'm like, it's fucking go time. I was always distraction. I would volunteer. And I remember I booked it. I was like, trying to get away. Like, bro, we played Manhunt over the summer with like some of the kids in my neighborhood. They're like 2 years younger.
What, this summer?
Yeah. Dude, I was having a blast. Because I remember I could also outrun. Actually, some of these kids could outrun me, but there was a couple in my grade. I remember outrunning them. I'm like, dude, I'm outrunning these kids right now. I'm hauling some ass. Manhunt was so fun. If someone came up to me right now, I was like, "Yo, you trying to play Manhunt that night?" I'll be
if we could turn back time
to the good old days. You played Manhunt a couple times with us, right?
Dude, I'd always play Manhunt with you.
Yeah. You ever had like a legit spot and like any stories about it or nah? I was big around the block guy.
Dude, one time I was playing. We were playing Manhunt at Connor's house actually, and I was hiding. I was like squatting down behind a bush. That was a pretty good spot. But then I was squatting for so long, and then I was found, and because I was squatting for so long, I got up and run, and my knees just give out, and I just fall on the
just go. You go down.
Needless to say, I got caught, but you know.
I remember sardines when you would go. One guy hides, you go out searching for the guy, and if you find him, you hide with them.
No.
Oh, that game was lit. But one time I was playing Manhunt, and this kid, because the prime Manhunt days when you were allowed in Shane's yard, and a couple other yards. It wasn't even around the block then, because like there were so many hiding spots in these houses, and you would play. One kid hid on top of this guy's shed, and we all found him and surrounded it. And we're like, there's nowhere for you to go. He's like, hold up, I'm going to play My Singing Monsters real quick, because I remember you were a fan of that game. That's why I'm just telling this part. He's playing. He's like, we got you surrounded. And he said, all right. And one of us is climbing up the game, and it leaves an opening for him. He jumps off of the shed, and he just goes. And we were all like, and we all just start running after him.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, my God. Manhunt was crazy. We did crazy shit there in Manhunt.
I feel like some days we should just get a bunch of people and just play a Manhunt game.
Bro,
again.
what if we play Manhunt on Gravy Talk?
What if we had like GoPros on each other?
Dude, like we all literally take our phones and we start playing Manhunt. It's like, yo, it's Luke, it's Johnny, it's Mikey, and we got a couple more like former guests, and we're playing Manhunt. But I feel like what would make it cooler is that we're only allowed to be on foot, and you can't hide in other people's houses or whatever. And it's just all across where we live.
That could be pretty cool.
You literally give them 15 seconds to go.
Can you drive or no?
Only if you're it.
All right.
And you give the people 15 seconds to go. And whatever. Then you could just go after them.
That's pretty cool.
And the rule is after like every 30 minutes, or actually 15, or 10, so it's not dry. You have to text the guy where you are exactly, and then you just got to move. So if he's like walking around the area, he's like, dude, I could get this guy right now, and then you wait and then you get him.
That could be cool, man.
That would be such a dope video. Yeah. Would you actually do that? Because I would be so down to do that.
If we get the resources to do it, yeah, I'd probably.
How much people would you say to do it with? 6?
Yeah,
that would be so fun.
That would be cool.
Be like, yo, I couldn't be it because I can't drive without someone in the car over 21. Actually, probably by the time
by the time we get up there, you will. All right. Feel like it's closing time here. It's getting a little late.
Yeah, it's getting a little dark out here.
A little hail going on outside. A little icy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you for listening to our childhood.
This was truly a fun one. And I, again, can't wait to be back delivering more.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.